Good morning, class. So today we are going to learn about the words caring and helping. Now, what does everyone think those words mean? Remember, raise your hand and then I'll call on you.
Well, sometimes I go out to the garden and I help my mom weed the garden, but I don't like to weed the garden. And my mom says I'm a really good helper, but it makes my hands hurt and I get really hot and I need to drink a lot of water.
That is being a really good helper. I bet your mom really enjoys your help.
She does, but I don't like to do it because it hurts my hands and it's really sunny out.
Well, sometimes we don't really enjoy it, but it is being a really good helper. That's a really good idea, and it actually is pretty close to what I think of caring and helping too. My idea of caring and helping is that you are giving your time or some goods, like some food, to people or places that might need help. Now, sometimes you might be asked to help others. Like sometimes your mom might ask you to help in the garden, or sometimes you might just do it on your own. Like you might want to go help in the garden. Sometimes it might be on a big scale. You're helping out doing something really big, like helping someone who might not have a place to sleep at night or have any food to eat. Or sometimes it might just be doing something smaller, like helping your mom or dad or your neighbor clean their house or rake leaves. Sometimes you may know the person you're helping, like your mom, your dad, your friend, or you might not have ever met them, and that's completely okay too. So now I'm going to read this story about caring and helping. It is called The Mirror with a Malfunction. There once was a boy who was very rich and clever. He had practically everything a boy could ever want. So he was only interested in the most rare and curious of objects. This happened to him in relation to a very old mirror, and he convinced his parents to buy it from an old mysterious man. When the mirror arrived home, the boy went to see his reflection in it. His face looked very sad. He tried smiling and making funny faces, but his reflection continued with its sad expression. Surprised, the boy went off to buy sweets. He came home as happy as can be to look in the mirror, but his image was still sad-looking. He bought all kinds of toys and old junk, but forever looked sad in that mirror. Fed up, the boy stuck the mirror off in a corner. "Crikey, what a terrible mirror," he said. "It's the first time I've seen a mirror that didn't work properly." That same afternoon, he went into the street to play and to buy a few toys. But on his way to the park, he saw a little boy who was crying his heart out. The boy was crying so much and looked so lonely that the rich boy went over to help him and see what had happened. The little one told him that he had lost his parents. Together, the two boys set off in search of them. As the little boy wouldn't stop crying, our boy spent his money on buying him sweets to cheer him up. Finally, after much walking, they found his parents, who were out looking for him, very worried. The rich boy said goodbye and walked off towards the park. But, seeing the time, he decided to turn around and head home, without having been able to play, without toys, and without money. At home, he went to his room and noticed a shining light in the corner, the same corner he had left the mirror in. Seeing this, he went over to the mirror and realized that the light was coming from his own body, so radiant with happiness he had become. And so he understood the mystery of that mirror, the only mirror which could faithfully reflect the true joy of its owner. He realized it was true. He felt genuinely happy after having helped the little boy. And since then, each morning when he looked in that mirror and failed to see a special shine, he already knew what he had to do to bring it back. So after hearing this story, can we think of some examples of caring and helping?
Yesterday, my friend Johnny fell off the swing and I gave him a hug.
Oh, that was very nice of you to care about your friend like that.
The other day, I wrote a letter to my grandmother telling her to get well because she's sick.
Oh, that was very nice of you. I bet she really enjoyed receiving that letter. Those are all great examples of what caring and helping mean to all you guys. So tomorrow we are going to go to the local garden right next to our school and help plant this year's seeds for the plants that will grow and then be sold at the farmers market in the summer. So that way we will be helping our friends that work at the garden. We will be caring for our environment, and we'll also be helping the people that will go to the farmers market and buy the food.